Hey, if you're watching this, it means you've already done something meaningful. You've reflected, you've noticed your emotions, you've built awareness, practiced acceptance, and learned from yourself. So now the natural question is, how do I carry this into my everyday life? Not perfectly, not intensely, but consistently. That's what this video is for. Before we talk about tools, let's talk about intention. Practicing R.E.A.L is not about doing more. It's about relating to yourself differently, a little more honestly, a little more kindly, a little more intentionally. And the simplest way to do that is through intentional journaling, not long journaling, not perfect journaling, just real journaling. I want you to think of journaling as a daily check in with yourself, not a performance. Some days you might write one sentence, some days you might write a page, both count. When you sit down to journal, you can begin with something as simple as, what's most alive for me right now? What emotion has been following me today? What did I notice about myself today? That's already R.E.A.L in practice. Reflection doesn't need a special moment. It just needs honesty. Now, let me introduce how you can use the R.E.A.L AI coach to support this process. Think of the R.E.A.L AI coach as a reflective mirror, a thinking partner, a structured guide when your thoughts feel scattered. It's not here to tell you what to do, and it's definitely not here to fix you. You can use it when you feel stuck in your thoughts, you're unsure what you're really feeling, or you want help reframing an experience. For example, you can say, help me reflect on this situation using the R.E.A.L framework. What might I be learning about myself from this experience? Can you help me reframe this with more self acceptance? What the AI does is help you slow down your thinking and make your inner process visible. But remember, you are always the decision maker. That's self leadership. For days when you don't know where to start, this is where the Prompt Journal web app comes in. Its role is very simple. It gives you a gentle starting point, a creative nudge, a daily invitation to check in with yourself. You're not meant to answer every prompt deeply. You're not meant to journal correctly. Sometimes you'll write a word, sometimes a feeling, sometimes a short reflection. The purpose is not depth every day. The purpose is continuity. This is how self-learning becomes part of life, not something separate from it. Here's how everything connects. The worksheet helps you slow down and go deep. The journal helps you stay connected daily. The R.E.A.L AI coach helps you think clearly when things feel messy. Together, they create a structured self-learning loop. You reflect, you notice, you accept, you learn, you choose differently. That loop is self leadership in action, not dramatic, not loud, but deeply effective. Over the next 90 days, you don't need to do everything. You're simply invited to check in with yourself regularly, return to the worksheet when something feels significant, and use the tools when they serve you. You'll be invited to reflect again midway and again at the end, not to judge progress, but to notice change. Change becomes meaningful when it's witnessed. Before we end, I want to say this to you directly. You don't need to become someone else through this process. You don't need to optimize yourself. You're simply learning how to listen, choose, and allow with more clarity and compassion. That's what R.E.A.L practice looks like in daily life. Start small, stay honest, and trust that learning unfolds when you give it space. I'm really glad you're here.